I used to do a ton of business here. I knew everybody in the country until the crash happened.
Yeah.
Right. So when that crash happened, I was still doing very well. I worked countrywide at the time.
Oh, you're probably doing very well at the time.
I was doing extremely well.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
And so as I'm heading out of town to kind of get my mind right, I was jumping on the Harley, going to leave for 3 days.
After when the recession happened.
When the recession was starting to happen. So
yeah.
it was August of 2008. So this is now what? We're August of 2023. So this is 15 years ago.
Yeah.
So it's August 8th of 2008. 8's always been my lucky number. Right? So I'm heading out of town on August 8th for 3 days. I was going to take off on a Friday and gone through Saturday, Sunday, come back Sunday night. I was going to just take the bike and ride into Reserve, New Mexico and just go ride, just clear my head.
Mm-hmm.
15 minutes into that, the 101, the 202, kid driving his dad's truck, came over into my lane, wasn't looking, pushed me into another car. I went flipping at 80 plus miles an hour. And I woke up in the hospital room with not knowing where I was at.
Oh, man.
And it tore up this side of my face. Was really the cool thing about it. When I finally got to where my memory would work, because my memory would reset like every 3 to 5 minutes, I realized, wait, I got the full beard. I didn't have that going to it because I had a patch that was missing right here. If you ever see any pictures from me before, I couldn't grow anything there, but that side of my face got tore up. Now all of a sudden it filled in, which was like, shit, I got a beard.
Yeah.
But I can't walk. I've got both legs are shattered. I only had one good limb, which is my left arm. And I had to, one, try and get around and do what I needed to do with one arm. And then secondly, I was bound to a wheelchair. And when I finally got out of there, my memory was starting to come back, but still only last a few minutes. So when I got to the industry, I was still battling the brain problem from the head injury that I took. So I had 2 people left in the industry when I came back.
So real quick, so Keith got you started telemarketing. I'm assuming you were doing like just getting applications or interest for the loan officers.
Yeah, they would give me a list of people to call and just see if somebody wanted to refi.
Then and the loan officer comes in. You probably, obviously, it sounds like you grew your way up into countrywide. So if you guys give it real brief, what did that world look like at that time for people that didn't experience the recession or newer to investing right now? They hear about it. Just a quick snapshot.
I'll try and be as quick as I can, but it's a story too.
It was a whole movie on it.
So it was a little broker shop that I started at doing the telemarketer thing. And then after I generated enough leads that was getting handed out, I asked the manager who hired me, Scott, I'm like, can I work some of these? Mm-hmm. So they let me work a few leads, and he set me with a guy, Greg, who's a real estate agent here. Right? I think he's with West USA. He was my trainer, and he taught me how to take a loan application, go from there, and took the interest rates dropping below 7%, 6.875 a year.
That was
later.
Normal then.
Exactly. It took
7
a
was
year
normal. Yeah.
before I finally got enough business, because I was working 2 jobs. I'd run heavy equipment in the morning. Actually, I drove truck to Sacramento back once a week. That sucked after about 3 months.
Okay.
Then I started running heavy equipment again with the same company I did before that. I was working with Keith. Sleep 4 hours a night, get up at 3 a.m., be the job site by 4, work till noon, get to the office by 2, and work till 10 every single day for a year before the rates dropped below 7%. And all of a sudden these refis started coming. So I replaced my income there. And then I started getting offers from other people because I was number one in the office. Mm-hmm. Not all the time, but now and again. So I started getting offers from other companies, all these recruiters. Like, wow, this is kind of cool. They're going to pay me a bonus to go here and a bonus to go there. So I took a couple different jobs. Some of those places no longer around. Yeah. And even Countrywide's no longer around. I finally had an opportunity to get hired by another company here who's no longer around. They had just gotten into a condo development where Countrywide actually paid to have their master appraisal done. They paid to get them Fannie and Freddie approved. And I went in and I was taking the business from them.
So was it a development? Because I know what was happening there here in Phoenix was a lot of apartment conversions. They're taking apartments.
Actually a new build condo.
Oh, new build condo. Okay.
New build condos up in North Mesa. So I went in there. I built a great relationship with the salespeople.
Okay.
So they kept pushing me. Well, then that Countrywide got pissed. Like, who is this guy that keeps taking our business? Because we did all this work to get them set up. So the manager in Gilbert started sending me letters. I had a stack of letters on my desk. Well, once our company was acquired by Washington Mutual, I'm like, I ain't going to work for that company. I opened up one of those letters and I went to her. So when I sat down with her at Countrywide, I basically bullshitted my way through the whole thing. I'm like, I got a team. I got all this. Mm-hmm. Like, cool. They made me the very first sales manager in the history of Countrywide. They gave me the very first satellite office that Countrywide ever had because I was going to bring my team over. And I convinced this little telemarketing group to come over. That was just telemarketing for another loan officer. Brought him and his little telemarketing group. Like, I'm going to turn you into LOs. I will get you taken care of. So I brought them over like I had this operating team. And because of just us getting in and just going at it hard, we were closing sometimes $12 million a month in business out of that little team because I was teaching them exactly how I did